I'm 81 years old. My name is Margaret Sullivan. I live in the same apartment I've lived in for 43 years. Same building, same street, same view of the oak tree that blooms green every spring. I watch it from the window in the living room. I've watched it bloom 43 times now. There's a photograph on the shelf near that window. It's in a silver frame that's tarnished around the edges. I don't polish it anymore. The photograph is from 1968. I'm 23 in it. I'm wearing a white dress with small buttons down the front. My hair is shorter than I wear it now. I'm smiling, but not at the camera. I'm looking at someone standing next to me. His name was Thomas. We met at a bus stop on 5th Avenue. It was raining. I had forgotten my umbrella. He offered to share his. We stood there together for 20 minutes waiting for a bus that was late. He told me he worked at a bank. I told him I worked at a bookstore. He asked if I liked to read. I said yes. He asked what I was reading. I told him. We saw each other after that.
We went to the cinema on Tuesdays because tickets were cheaper. We walked through Central Park on Sundays. He bought me apple turnovers from the bakery on the corner of my street because I mentioned once that I liked them. I didn't have to mention it again. He just remembered. We were together for 4 years. People asked when we were getting married. My mother asked. His mother asked. We talked about it sometimes, not in a serious way, just in the way people talk about things they assume will happen eventually. Then we had an argument. I've tried many times to remember exactly what it was about. I know it had something to do with a dinner. His family was having a dinner and he wanted me to come. I said I couldn't. I had plans already. He said I could change them. I said I didn't want to. He said it was important to him. I said my plans were important to me. It wasn't a loud argument. We didn't shout. We just talked in that way people talk when they're both sure they're right and the other person is being unreasonable.
He left my apartment that night earlier than usual. He said he'd call me. I said fine. He didn't call the next day. I didn't call him either. I thought he should call first because he was the one who left upset. I waited. He waited. A week went by. I thought about calling. I picked up the phone twice. Both times I put it back down. I thought if I called first, it would mean I was admitting I was wrong. I didn't think I was wrong. 2 weeks went by. I saw him once from across the street. He was walking with someone, a woman. I didn't know who she was. Maybe a cousin, maybe a coworker, maybe someone else. I didn't cross the street to ask. I turned and walked the other way. A month went by. My friend Susan asked if Thomas and I had broken up. I said I didn't know. She looked at me like that was a strange answer. Maybe it was. 3 months went by. I heard from someone that he had started seeing someone. I don't remember who told me. I remember I was standing in the bookstore where I worked when I heard it. I was holding a book. I don't remember which one. I put it back on the shelf and went to the back room and sat down for a while. I thought about calling him then. I thought about going to his apartment. I didn't do either. I told myself it didn't matter anymore. He had moved on. That meant it was over. That meant I should move on too. So I did. Or I tried to. I met other people over the years. I dated a man named Robert for 2 years. He was kind. He made me laugh. But I never loved him the way I loved Thomas. I knew that. I think he knew that too. We stopped seeing each other eventually. It was mutual. It was easy. I dated other people after that. No one serious. No one who lasted.
I worked at the bookstore until it closed in 1989. After that, I worked at a library. I retired in 2010. I've been retired for 15 years now. I have routines. I wake up at 7. I make coffee. I read the newspaper. I water the plants on the balcony. I go for a walk in the afternoon if the weather is good. I call my sister on Wednesdays. I watch the evening news at 8. I'm not unhappy. I want to be clear about that. I have a good life. I have enough money. I have my health mostly. I have friends. Not as many as I used to, but enough. But I think about Thomas.
Not every day, not even every week, but often enough. I wonder what he's doing, if he's still alive. He'd be 83 now, maybe 84. I don't remember his exact birthday. August something? Early August, I think. I wonder if he stayed in New York, if he married that woman I heard about, if he had children, grandchildren, if he still drinks his coffee with 2 sugars, if he still reads the newspaper front to back every morning, if he still remembers me. I looked for him once. This was maybe 10 years ago. My neighbor's grandson showed me how to use the computer, how to search for people. I typed his name, Thomas Wheeler. There were many Thomas Wheelers, too many. I didn't know which one was him. I didn't know if any of them were him. I thought about trying harder, calling old friends who might know, going to the bank where he used to work, but I didn't. I think I was afraid, not of finding him exactly, more afraid of what it would mean if I did, afraid that too much time had passed, afraid that he wouldn't remember me the way I remember him, afraid that he would remember me and wouldn't care, afraid that I'd spent 60 years thinking about someone who stopped thinking about me after 6 months.
I don't know what I was trying to prove by not calling him back then. I don't know what point I was trying to make. Whatever it was, it doesn't seem important now. I can't remember the dinner. I can't remember why I couldn't go. I can't remember why it mattered so much to me that I didn't change my plans. But I remember how he looked at me when he left that night. I remember that. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I had just called, if I had said I was sorry, even if I didn't think I was wrong, even if I thought he was being unreasonable. Sometimes I think about what our life would have been like, where we would have lived, what our children would have looked like, what we would talk about over breakfast, what we would do on Sundays. Sometimes I think I made the biggest mistake of my life over something I can't even remember clearly. The oak tree is blooming again. I can see it from the window. The leaves are that bright green color. They'll turn brown in a few months. They'll fall. They'll cover the sidewalk. People will walk through them. The leaves will crunch under their shoes. I'll watch that happen like I do every year. I'm 81 years old. I live alone. And I think about a man I haven't seen in almost 60 years. I think about him, and I wonder if he ever thinks about me. I wonder if he remembers that night. I wonder if he tried to call and I wasn't home. I wonder if he waited for me to call. I wonder if he's sitting somewhere right now looking at a photograph from 1968. I wonder if he let me walk away or if I walked away on my own. I don't know the answer to that. I don't think I ever will.